Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Injustice Battle Arena, the finale. In our last bout, Superman took on GL and cooled Hal Jordan's jets, and the Batman tripped up the Speedster for the win! Now the battle everyone has waited for is about to begin. Batman versus Superman. Before we start though, let's hear what David Goyer has to say about today's contenders.
Here's my take. If Batman gets the drop on Superman, if he can plan ahead of time, if he can create a kind of killing zone, if he's got kryptonite in his arsenal, then Batman. If Superman gets the drop on Batman, there's no way Batman can win. Batman is paced. So it just depends on who gets the drop on who.
Thanks, David, for your insight. Now, as all of you are aware of by now, Superman is Injustice's main antagonist, you know, the villain. His mind wasn't quite strong enough to deal with what the Joker had done to him, and he snapped. Pop. Superman killed once, and his pain didn't end with the Joker, it grew. Eventually, sitting in his Fortress of Solitude, he had enough of the world, and the only way for him to create lasting peace was to rule it. Which is the exact opposite of what his father Jor-El wanted for him and humanity. It's kind of funny, actually. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. Superman was definitely the best of us, as Batman has said time and time again. Yet when Clark stared into the abyss, he blinked. See, the Joker knew that besides kryptonite, Superman had an even greater weakness to exploit, his own heart. And with that gone, now he's a shell of his former heroic self.
Kneel before me.
While logically it may seem unlikely that a mere human could defeat Superman, never underestimate the human spirit. When David stepped before Goliath, the giant laughed and mocked him, appearing before Goliath with no armor and carrying only a sling and a stone. If we listen to logic and reason, David should have been pounded into toast, but well, the giant was slain all the same. Batman in this story is David, and his stone is kryptonite. This super-powered alien has one small weakness to a rock from his home planet. Because see, the writers and creators of Superman had to make an Achilles heel to make the godlike character appear human. And without this weakness, there isn't much to relate to about Superman. Bats, on the other hand, is a flesh and blood character that can be killed. His mortality is evident. But as a symbol, he could become everlasting, incorruptible, and a legend that will live on long after Bruce Wayne. Now, we've seen in comics that Batman can be anyone. Even Chris Nolan hinted that towards the end of The Dark Knight Rises. That's why people like Batman so much. Seeing this man persevere after going through great tragedy and overcoming it. That's what makes the character so compelling. Superman is an alien from another world with fantastic and sometimes unlimited unchecked power. No normal person can hope to be like Superman, but Batman we can strive to become like. Yes, this is a fight between two best friends who shouldn't be fighting in the first place. Together they form the world's finest and have kept the world safe for over 60 years. Personally, I don't like the fact that Ed Boon and DC Comics have turned Clark into a Justice Lord. But this battle is now one of good versus evil. With Superman having crossed the line, Kent long ago gave Batman pure kryptonite to use in a fight to stop him, if he ever went rogue and there was no way of bringing him back. And Superman is past the point of no return. In fact, he doesn't think he's done anything wrong, so there's really no hope for redemption. In the past, Superman has gone crazy in many times in the comics, including the Hush storyline, which was canon, and Frank Miller's Elseworld tale, which was not. Like I said in previous videos, I think Batman will defeat Superman, but he won't do so unscathed. In fact, if we're getting technical, the final issue of Injustice shows that Batman has suffered a great sorrow because of Superman's deeds. Most likely the death of one of his sons. Still, you know my vote for this match. What's yours? Don't let my opinion change your decision. If you grew up with the Man of Steel as your favorite superhero, then go vote to show your support for him. Don't let some YouTube partners manipulate and use their opinions as fact to sway your decision. Me, I want you to pick your winner, have fun, and know these are both fictional characters and the two best superheroes in the world. With that being said, head on over to dccomics.injustice.com to cast your vote for Batman or Superman. Next week, Injustice releases, and I want to know if you're picking up a copy of the game. Let me know in the comments section below. You can bet I will be doing a full review and walkthrough of the game. Well, probably the Bat characters, but I'd like to play as Aquaman too. Until then, gamers, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
We have hidden in the shadows long enough. We must stand up to this regime once and for all.